It's Kid Lips.
And it's your boy Groovies.
We're back in DTLA for the umpteenth time. Happy to be here.
Great to be here.
Great to be here. Feels good. Looks great. We're going to talk about something very important that most brands overlook. Samples. You need to order and design your samples first. A lot of people overlook this. They're like, I got my design, I'm ready, let's do this. Let's get 100 units, let's get 1,000 units. Come on, I'm gonna blow them out. I appreciate that, and if time is of the essence, cool. You got a tight time frame, you gotta get your stuff out, I get it.
You gotta move.
If you can move with a little bit more slowness, if you can slow your roll a little bit, get your samples, it's gonna pay off.
What do we mean when we say samples?
Well, good point. You already have a clothing line, right? So you already got your labels designed, right? You've got your logo, you know what you're working with, you know how it's gonna look for the most part, you've got an aesthetic in place, right? So samples are individual products, one piece that you're gonna sell first. And sometimes you need to incorporate production techniques that you would do for larger runs.
Like a screen print, for example.
A screen print or your labels, right? You might order labels up front and have 100 of them, but you just wanna put one on a sample so it looks good, you know how it's gonna look before you run the rest of the 100. Sure.
Why is a sample important?
Yeah.
Why do I need a sample?
Got it. So sales and marketing and design and production. Tell me about design and production. Why do you want a sample for design and production?
Okay. Yeah, so sample's super important for design and production. Lets you see a product, lets you touch a product, lets you make design tweaks. So let's say you think the artwork should be 8 inches on the chest. You get the sample, you look at it and you're like, oh my gosh, it really needs to be like 10 inches on the chest. I thought it would kind of be a little bit bigger. There's just certain things that you can't fully appreciate in the digital realm, and you need to see a physical product to understand it. Another great one's like, what's the right t-shirt? Do I want this t-shirt or that t-shirt? You might want to run a sample on on American Apparel and on Bella Canvas to see which one you like more. Is there a particular fit? Is the material different?
True.
There's just those things that you can never really fully understand until you have that physical sample. The other part about it with design and production is whatever person you're using to create your apparel, you can have a dialogue with that person then. So like, if a pleat's doing your production, you can say, hey, I did the sample, everything was perfect, could you just tweak the logo placement a little bit for me?
This guy, dude knows what's up.
You also said samples are important for sales and marketing.
Sales and marketing.
Speak on it.
Alright, so here's the situation. If you have a product in hand, you can sell it. If you don't, it's a lot harder. Digital mock-ups exist. Sure, you can make a really cool sketch or get something from a website. You can mock something up on our website, it looks great. But really having that physical item, there's nothing like it. You get to take photographs of it. You get to put it in your friends and take lifestyle photographs. You could send it to an influencer. They could take photographs. They could create videos. They could put it on Instagram, Snapchat, MySpace, wherever they happen to be hanging out, right? So it's really important to think, I need this sample so that I can hype up the product, I can hype up the brand, and I'll even get a gauge of how many I'm going to sell based on the response I get from the sample.
Nice. Well done.
Yep.
Well done. So if I'm thinking about putting together like my first production run, let's just quickly think about time frames. Let's say I want to do something in the fall. Right now it's beginning of September. If I want to launch something middle of October, 6 weeks away, is that kind of a good time frame, or help us?
Yeah, I mean, assume like you're looking at like 2 weeks on production at any point, whether it's one piece or 1,000, right? And that can kind of have a little flexibility. So I'd give yourself 2 weeks for production, maybe another week or so for shipping, depending upon when you're going to get it. So yeah, you really want to act with that understanding that you're going to give yourself some flexibility. 6 weeks from now is a little tight. If you're doing 2 production runs essentially, a sampling run and then a big production run, I'd say maybe give yourself 8 weeks. So you have a couple weeks in there to tweak and to take photos and to get content around it. You tell us, what do you guys think? Have you sampled before? Do you think it's necessary? We want to hear about sampling success, maybe some like stuff where it hasn't worked out, where you wish you ran a sample. There's plenty of like crazy stories that come up, you know?
Miss-sample horror story?
Yeah, like, oh, if I'd only run a sample, I wouldn't have spent jillions of dollars on something that I can't sell, you know? It's just like, that process is super key. Tell us about it. Comments, subscribe, share this with your community. We love you. What else? That's about it.
I think that's it on samples.
Yeah.